Hello students, welcome back. Now we will take up exercise 6.2 lines and angles. Now coming to the question number 1. In figure 6.28, find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. So first of all we need to find out the values of x and y. So this is now given to us. This point is A, this is B, and here it is C, and here it is D. Now this angle is given as 50 degree over here, and this point not given, and this is now X, and this complete angle is given as 130 degree, and this angle is Y. So first of all we need to find out the value of X and Y. So now see that x and y, this can be find out. This complete is linear pair. This angle is the linear pair now. 50 plus angle x, this is the linear pair. So I can write it here. X plus 50 degree is equals to 180 degree. So this is linear pair. Similarly we can find x. So x will be equals to 180 degree minus 50 degree. So we got x as 130 degree from here. Similarly y and 130, they are the vertically opposite angles. So angle y is equals to 130 degree. These are the vertically opposite angles. So now see that x is equals to y. Angle x is equals to y. This is equals to 130 degree. So when x and y both are equal, it means they are the alternate interior angles. So therefore line AB is parallel to CD because alternate interior angles are equal. X and y, they are the alternate interior angles. So once the alternate interior angles are equal, then lines will be parallel. Therefore AB is parallel to CD. This is proved. Now coming to question number 2. In figure 6.29, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, and and the ratio of the Y angle and Z angle is given as 3:7. We need to find out angle X. So it make this figure given. This is a transversal. Here this is Z angle, and this point is F, and this is E, and this is C, and here it is D. This angle is Y, and here this angle is X, and this point is A. Here this is now B, and this is a transverse given. Now we need to find out the value of X. So it is already given angle Y plus angle Z. This is equals to 3:7. So we will assume let the angle is P. So Y becomes angle Y will be equals to 3P and angle Z will be equals to 7P. Now Y and Z. So we got the ratio of angle Y and Z. Now see that Y will be equals to this. We have taken angle 1. So angle 1 is equals to angle Y. This is the vertically opposite angles. They are the vertically opposite angles. Now see that angle 1 plus angle Z. Now angle 1 plus angle Z, this will be equals to 180 degree. So this is sum of interior angles, co-interior angles. Sum of co-interior angles on the same side of the transverse. So now angle 1 is equals to angle Y. So I can write angle Y plus angle Z. This is equals to 180 degree. So y and z, this is already given, y equals to 3p and angle z is equals to 7p. So this is 180 degree. Now we got p is equals to 18 degree from here. Now p is 18, so we can find out angle x and y. We can find even all the angles now from here. So angle x plus angle y. So angle y will be equals to, y is 3p, so this is 3 into 18, so this is now 54 degree. So we got angle y as 54 degree. Now from here angle x plus angle y, this will be equals to 180 degree. Angle x plus angle y will be equals to 180 degree. These are the angles on the same side of transverse. So angle x plus angle y is already given 54 degree. This is equals to 180 degree. So we got angle x is equals to 180 degree minus 54 degree. So therefore angle x, now we got angle x as 126 degree. So this is the value of angle x, 126 degree. So now coming to question number 3. In figure 6.30, AB is parallel to CD and EF is perpendicular to CD and angle GED equals to 126. Then we need to find out angle AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE. We'll make this diagram. So this is now EF is perpendicular, this is already given, this is E, this point is F and from here this is now G and this point is A and here it is B, here it is C and D. So these are the points now. GED is already given. GED means this angle is already given to us. This complete is 126 degree given to us. So this is 126 is already given to us. And AB is parallel to CD. This AB is parallel to CD. This is given to us. So AB is parallel to CD. This is given to us now. So this angle, this will be, now this complete is given 90 degree. So this will be now 90 degree. So I can write angle AEF plus angle FED or DEF. This is equals to 126 degree. This is given. GED, this is equals to angle GEF. We can write here, this is GEF plus angle DEF, this is equals to 126. This is already given to us. So now GEF, angle GEF will be equals to 126 minus 90 degree because DEF is already given to us. DEF is 90 degree. So now angle GEF will be equals to, so now this is 36 degree. So angle GEF we got, GEF has 36 degree and now we need to find out angle AGE. Now angle AGE will be equals to angle GED. Angle GED because they are the alternate interior angles. Since AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD, therefore this angle and this angle, both angle will be alternate interior angles. So we got AGE, therefore angle AGE will be equals to 126 degree. Now coming to angle FGE. So this is the angle now FGE. This will be 90 degree, or we can find it from the here also. This complete will be 180 degree linear pair. So I can write it down like angle FGE plus angle EGA or AGE. This will be equals to 180 degree. So this is a linear pair. Now angle FGE, angle FGE will be equals to 180 degree minus angle AGE. So AGE, now see that angle AGE, this is already 126 we got. So angle FGE will be equals to 180 minus 126. So on subtracting, we got angle FGE is equals to 54 degree. So we got all our answers. Now coming to question number 4. In figure 6.31, if PQ is parallel to ST, PQ is parallel to ST, this is given to us, and angle PQR, this is equals to 110 degree, and angle RST, this is equals to 130 degree, and we need to find out angle QRS. This we need to find out. Now this figure is already given to us. Here this point is P, here it is Q, here it is R, then this is S, and this is T. This angle is PQR. PQR is already given. This is 110 degree, and angle RST, this is already given to us as 130 degree. Now see that for here, we will draw a line parallel to ST. So draw a line parallel to ST. Suppose this is line L, this is parallel to ST. For here this line, this complete angle will be a linear pair. We can write down the angles also here. So this will be 1, 2 and 3. Now see that PQ is parallel to ST already given. So we can write, draw a line L parallel to ST. So therefore we got L parallel to ST parallel to PQ. Now see, this line is parallel to this line, so sum of interior angles will be equals to 180 degree. So angle 1 plus angle PQR will be equals to 180 degree. So this is linear pair. So we got angle 1 is equals to 180 degree minus angle PQR. So angle 1 equals to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So angle 1 equals to 70 degree. Angle 1 we got 70 degree. Similarly, these two are also linear pair. So angle TSR or angle RST plus angle 3 will be equals to 180 degree. So this is again a linear pair. So from here we can find angle 3 as 180 degree minus angle RST. So RST is given as 130 degree. So we put 130 degree. So we got angle 3 as 50 degree. So we got angle 3 as 50 degree. Now angle 1 plus 2 plus 3. This is a straight line. So this will be 180 degree. So now angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 will be equals to 180 degree, linear pair. So angle 1 already got 70. So this is 70 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is 50 degree. This is equals to 180 degree. So we can find angle 2 as 180 degree minus 120 degree. 70 प्लस 50 120 हो गया, राइट में लिखेगा माइनस 120. सो देयरफॉर वी गॉट, देयरफॉर एंगल 2 इज इक्वल्स टू 60 डिग्री. सो एंगल 2 इज द सेम एंगल QRS. Therefore angle QRS is equals to 60 degree. So we got angle QRS as 60 degree. So now coming to question number 5th. In figure 6.32, AB is parallel to CD. This is given. AB is parallel to CD. And angle APQ, this is equals to 50 degree, and angle PRD, this is equals to 127 degree. We need to find X and Y. So these values are given to us. Now the figure for this is a line AB and another line is CD. So this is C, D, A and B. So from here there are 2 points. So this point is P and this angle is given, this is 50 degree, and this angle is given as Y, this angle is as X, and this point is Q, and this point is R, and this angle is 127 degree given to us. So we need to find out angle X and Y. Now see, to find out angle X and Y, angle X will be equals to 50 degree, alternate interior angles. So angle X will be equals to 50 degree. Straight away we can write alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, because AB is parallel to CD, this is already given. So this angle and this angle, they are the alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angle is equal. So we got angle X as 50 degree. Now we can find this angle as 1. I have taken angle 1. So angle 1 plus angle 1 plus 127 degree, this will be equals to 180 degree. This is a linear pair. So this is a linear pair now. Or we can take up other way also. This complete will be equals to this one as alternate interior angles, because these lines are parallel. From there also we can find out value of Y. So we can proceed in any way. So it will be better to go by this way, because that will be a single step solution for us. So angle now 50 degree plus angle Y will be equals to 127 degree. So they are the alternate interior angles, because lines are parallel. So this complete angle will be equals to this complete angle. I am talking about this angle will be equals to this complete angle 127, because they are the alternate interior angles, lines are parallel. So we got angle Y equals to 127, sorry, this is 127 degree minus 50 degree. So angle Y is equals to, now we can subtract, and Y will be equals to 77 degree. So we got the values of X and value of Y. So now coming to question number 6. In figure 6.33, PQ and RS are the two parallel mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes mirror PQ at point B, and reflected ray moves along the path BC and meets this RS mirror at point C, and again reflects back along CD. So now we need to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So we need to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Now first of all, see, we'll draw this normals from this point and from here this will be another normal to the mirror PQ. Now this is suppose M point and this is N point. These are the normals, so normal will be perpendicular to the surface. Again we will mark these angles. Suppose this is angle 1 and this is angle 2, this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. We have marked these angles also. Now see that angle 1 is equals to angle 2 and angle 3 is equals to angle 4. This is law of reflection. Law of reflection means angle incident is equals to angle of reflection. Now see that if this is a surface and this is a normal to this surface, this is a mirror. If this line is coming as incident and it is reflecting back along this path, so this angle is incident and this is angle of reflection. So in this case we say that angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. This is only the law of reflection. So similarly I have said angle 1 will be equals to angle 2 because these are the angle of incident and angle of reflection. Similarly angle 3 and 4 are equal because these are also the angle of incident and angle of reflection. Now see that between two parallel lines, PQ is parallel to RS. This is given to us. Now see that if we draw perpendiculars between two parallel lines, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree because they are the perpendiculars, and this line and this line are parallel. Here these are the normals I am talking about, these are the normals. So perpendiculars भी क्या होंगे, आपस में parallel होंगे because see 90 degree plus 90 degree, sum of इंटीरियर एंगल्स इज 180 डिग्री, सो लाइन्स आर पैरेलल. सो किसी भी दो पैरेलल लाइन के बीच में अगर हम परपेंडिकुलर्स ड्रॉ करते हैं तो ये दोनों परपेंडिकुलर्स भी क्या होते हैं, पैरेलल होते हैं. सो नाउ वी कैन राइट हियर एम बी एम इज पैरेलल टू सी एन, रीजन बीइंग दीज आर द परपेंडिकुलर्स between two parallel lines. Parallel lines are also parallel. So now see that अभी BM और CN दोनों पैरेलल हो गए तो एंगल 2 और एंगल 3 दोनों क्या बराबर होंगे बिकॉज दे आर द अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स. सो नाउ आई कैन राइट एंगल 2 विल बी इक्वल्स टू एंगल 3. दिस इज नाउ अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स. सो टेक दिस एज इक्वेशन नंबर 2 एंड फ्रॉम हियर दिस इज एज इक्वेशन नंबर 1. नाउ फ्रॉम 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2 we got angle 1 is equals to angle 2 and angle 1 equals to angle 2 and 2 is equals to angle 3. So I can write angle 2 equals to angle 3. Now 3 is equals to angle 4. I have written 3 equals to angle 4. So now from here we got that angle 1, 2, 3 and 4 all angles are equal. So therefore sum of any two angles will be equals to sum of other two angles. So I can write angle 1 plus angle 2 will be equals to angle 3 plus angle 4. Now angle 1 plus 2, this is equals to angle ABC. Angle ABC, this is equals to angle now BCD. Angle BCD. So they are the alternate interior angles. Now see that this complete angle and this complete angle, they are the alternate interior angles. Therefore AB is parallel to CD. I can write them as alternate interior angles. Therefore AB is parallel to CD. Now this is proved. So we have finished our exercise 6.2. Thank you. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप अभी तक हमने जो भी पढ़ा आपको समझ में आया होगा. इनकेस अगर आपकी कोई भी क्वेरीज है आप हमें कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. आप हमारे एपिसोड्स को लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी रेफ़र कीजिए ताकि हम आपके लिए और भी अच्छे अच्छे सोल्यूशंस ला सकते हैं. Okay, take care, goodbye, and God bless you.